And that's the reason why we have icebreakers, because we're always finding people in our lives and connecting. So I enjoy breaking the ice. So that is what we do for our clients.
Oh, wow, that is awesome. And now you have. Hi, this is Ted Kelly with another Ted's Hospitality Minute. Hey, today we've got an awesome guest on. Her name is Twanna Rachal-Woods. She is an author. She is an entrepreneur. She is a sales mentor. She is a hospitality professional, and she has her own company called Icebreakers Unlimited. And we are privileged to have her today, and I'm so glad she gave us a few minutes of her time. Hey, Twanna, how are you?
Hey, Ted, how are you? Good to be here with you.
Thank you for giving us a few minutes of your time, and it's an honor to have you. Hey, I always like to ask this question whenever we're starting a new segment. I always like our viewers to know a little bit about you. Can you give us a quick, hey, this is where I'm from, this is what I've been, this is what I'm doing. Talk a little bit about you and your upbringings and how you got started.
Okay, yeah, sure. That's simple. I like to talk about myself and the history. So I am, like I said, I live in Atlanta, Georgia, but I always tell people I'm from Louisiana. Born and bred, can't give that up.
Oh my
uh,
goodness.
I'm the baby of nine, so I'm the one that got into a lot of trouble and blamed it on everyone else. And always been just curious about what's out there in this world. That's the reason that Icebreakers came. I try to just stay true to who I am and encourage others to do the same. And that's the reason why we have Icebreakers, because we're always finding people in our lives and connecting. So I enjoy breaking the ice. So that is what we do for our clients. We're the Icebreakers.
Wow, that is awesome. And now you have, if I saw it correctly, you have a grandson.
I do. Oh my goodness. And Ted, I know that this is about your show, but I have to give Delta Airlines a little shout out because they recognized that he was turning 4. We did a post. He loved those Delta cookies. And they sent a beautiful package to my company for him. I received this week as well. So thank you, Delta Airlines. Caden is the love of my life. He is my G baby, and I'm his G mom, my best friend.
That is awesome. So let me do this real quick. Before we dive into your background and all the good stuff that you've been doing, I always like to take a minute and ask our viewers, or remind our viewers, I should say, to, hey, check out our episodes, follow us on LinkedIn, subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, and you can also catch this segment with Twanna on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So please do that, and remember, we always appreciate your feedback, so please light us up on LinkedIn or wherever you may feel comfortable with. We love to have your feedback. Now, let's talk about you and what you're doing at Icebreakers. Talk a little bit about Icebreakers and what's the service that you provide.
I love talking about icebreakers because everybody needs an icebreaker in their life. Icebreakers, actually, we're celebrating 15 years this year. So we have been around for 15 years. We started in 2008. And our initial reasoning, I guess you would say, our mission was to help actually franchise owners in the hospitality industry, support them with their sales, the limited to select service, because they didn't have sales professionals. And I recognized that when I was working regionally with a particular brand. And I said, well, instead of me making this company all this money, which is good, but they have plenty of me, how about I take what my goals are, 15 to 20 million, and I find 15 or 20 businesses that are in the hospitality, and I help them get $1 million each. And so, the Lord wants us to go out there and help others. And so that's how Icebreaker started. But more importantly, the company is there to support any business that's fallen short of their sales team, and they just need someone to fill in the gap. And so we are the first 3 steps of the sales process, so that our clients can do what they enjoy the most: present, negotiate, and close. Let us go out and break your ice.
I love it. Now, tell me something. Now, the sales revenue side of, say, a hotel operation. Now, I recognize, obviously every hotel operation is obviously trying to always maximize the revenue, right? The revenue streams from food and beverage, the sales from weddings and different events and things like that. where do you see most opportunities within the hospitality space in terms of offering your services or where folks can really benefit?
Well, when, like I said, when we initially started, we were going for the select service. Ironically, the full service came to us, and the luxury, because they had a sales team. However, the sales team didn't have time to really prospect for new business opportunity or speak to their lost business that was out there. So they hired, at the time it was just me because I was a small company, now I have a team, but they hired Icebreakers to go and do audits and call on old accounts that they were dead. They hadn't talked to them in a while, or maybe it was some business they had wanted to pursue. So there just wasn't prospecting. And that still is the case now. If you have a team that can't prospect or don't have the time, then Icebreakers would be the one to generate that lead through the information you already have right in your backyard. I call your hotel your actual backyard. For the limited and select service, staffing is expensive sometimes to have to hire a director of sales. So many hotels hopefully have a great general manager who can manage both sales and ops. It's not the best. You need your general manager generally managing the hotel. And so to make it affordable, the limited and select service will now utilize remote sales, which has become very popular. Back in 2008 when I started, it wasn't so. But now they're finding that the value is if I can have someone that can oversee our sales and make sure all our leads are responded to and also target some accounts, it's very beneficial. So we actually can help both sides. It's just more full service sales on the limited select, where it's more like a helping hand in the full and luxury line.
Okay, awesome. Now, do you also do some training as well within your company? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, yes. And we do the training, Ted. We do the training, but we stay on to coach them because it's extremely important that we don't just train and leave them with hopes that it just happens. We all know when we go through trainings or we go to conferences and get motivated and get all this information, it lasts for about a week and then we're back to the norm. So we like to stay connected with our students, to our clients, so that we can actually see what they were learning in our class is moving forward and showing results. The biggest thing that we focus on with our training, which is not the normal sales training, they are learning. They are learning how to sell. They're learning how to sell certain markets. But we do it in a way where it's focused on relationship selling. Because at the end of the day, Ted, it's you. It's you. ITSME is what my platform is. It's me. It's me that gets the client. It's me that have to keep the client. So we talk a lot about relationship selling and how do we blend the techniques of selling with being non-transactional and very focused on our clients.
Do you find that the culture sometimes within the sales, the inside sales operation side of the hotel is a part that needs to be kind of changed as well when you go in to do the training?
Wow, that's a hard question. You're putting me in a space that I'm going to get probably some hits on. Here's what I like to say. Let me see if I can put it this way in the political way. I like to say that everybody's part of the sales process. So it's not just the sales department. So yes, the sales is broken in a sense where individual departments feel that the sales department is the only one that's responsible. But we all are part of the sales process. And when we come in, we don't just focus on training that sales manager or the sales team. We incorporate the ops side as well because operations is a big part. Sales is going out there breaking the ice and they're inking the deals, getting it signed, and everything that sales has said this hotel or this organization can and will do, it is now part of the operations team to see it through. So if I may say, I like to say there are three components of the sales process, and that is you have the makeup of the sales skeleton. I like to say it is the icebreaker, it's the closer, and it's the account manager. So operations may not fall as the icebreaker or the closer, but they absolutely are the account manager. They are the ones that make sure everything that we said on the top end happens. So they actually have the hardest part of the sales process.
Yeah, absolutely. But I love your point about everybody on the ops side is a part of the sales process because you got to think about it. The doorman's interacting with your guests when they show up. The folks in housekeeping are interacting with the guests on a day-to-day basis. The concierge desk is interacting with them. The building engineering guys are interacting with them. Anybody that's got a touch point with the guest probably has an opportunity to create some type of icebreaker, because you never know what guests are thinking of or what they have coming up. And somebody could say, "Well, we're planning to have a family reunion here in a year or so, and I wonder if this hotel would be a great fit." Well, that's an opportunity right there to give to the salespeople to come back and try to create something. But you're absolutely right with that process. Anybody can be creating an opportunity for you.
Yes. Everyone's creating an opportunity, and it's important. And I'm glad that you mentioned housekeeping. I just want to say that roof up, hands off, hats off to the housekeepers. Like, to me, they are the biggest and most essential space of our selling with our hotels, because no matter what's happening in the main part of their check-in or even prior to them arriving to the hotel, everything is good if my room is clean, smells good, and my pillows are fluffed. And those housekeepers make that happen. And I think often they're overlooked, and they should be so much applauded. And they are key sales professionals for us.
Yeah, that is an excellent point. Yeah, that's a great point, because you are right. They really do set the stage for how people feel about the hotel space once they check in. You know that? Yeah,
Yes.
that's a great
Yes.
point. So I've got another question for you, but I got to do this. I got to make sure that I remind our readers and our viewers, I should say, to check us out here on LinkedIn. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we're also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And Twanna's episode will be coming up shortly. Please check it out. And like I said before, we always love your feedback. All right. So here's a question for you. I understand that you are a published author. Talk about it. I want to hear more about it.
Thank you. Well, yes, I am. And it was something I had been wanting to do for a while. And, when I first started my business back in 2008, Ted, I was trying to sleep one night, and it really was ringing in my ear. It's me, ITSME, just kept ringing in my ear. And I'm like, what does this mean? And I wish I could find the receipt. I found a little receipt, and I just wrote on the piece of paper, ITSME. I didn't know what it meant. So the next morning, I get up and I'm just looking at this, and I'm like, what are you? What does this mean? But I work in acronyms, and I knew I was looking for a certain type of training. And so It's Me is what eventually evolved from that, ITSME, my 5-step selling process. So as the years went on, I decided to bring that into the book, which is How to Close a Sale in 24 Hours or Less. And it's the 5-step universal selling, process. It's not just for people in hospitality or even people who are in sales. It really is a book that is for everyone, because we all are trying to sell something to someone, whether it's a product or service, whether it's trying to get out of a speeding ticket, whether you're trying to get that man, whatever it is, those 5 steps will help you get there. So ITSME are my 5 steps, and I break those down in the book.
Okay, that is awesome. Congratulations to you on that. And to all of our viewers.
And it's also to encourage individuals to because my selling technique is more relationship driven. So it's relationship selling. So we're focused on being non-transactional. Yes, I wanted to just put that in.
Yes, well, we need to make sure all of our viewers will go out and pick up a copy of the book. It's available. How do they get a copy of the book if they want to purchase?
They can actually go on Amazon, and they can search for the book, How to Close a Sale in 24 Hours or Less. You also can go to BookLogix, which is BookLogix, and you can purchase it there as well. I'm so grateful for them helping me with this. So we want to get it out. I mean, this is something that I want to become like a wildfire of effect, where everyone is being non-transactional and really caring about the people that they are, I guess, selling to. We all have a motive, but let's be positive with that.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, I have one last question for you. We're talking about hospitality, and I know you and I was looking at some of the notes, and we were talking about the human touch in hospitality and how it seems like maybe that human touch is kind of dwindling a little bit. Talk about your thoughts on that.
Well, we're in this microwave world now, and I don't even know. I think microwave may be aged now. So we're just in this tap and click app world now. And I do understand that the travelers that are staying at our hotels, those who are eating, like my daughter, man, they buy everything online. Like I had my grandson with me, and we were going into the store, and he thought we were pulling up to wait for the individuals to bring the items to us. I said, no, we're going in. He was like, my mommy always wait. So everything is so quick, fast, in a hurry that we don't have time to really get to know our customers, our guests, or whoever it may be. And therefore, and the only way now that we look for to really get to know them is, well, fill out your profile, fill out your survey, fill out this, let us know how you enjoyed your stay, which is good, but where's the human touch behind it? When I always appreciate when I'm at a restaurant and a manager comes out and just say, how's everything? Did you enjoy your meal? I'm like, wow. Normally that comes over an app, or when you check out a receipt, it will say, give us your feedback. The human touch is really important, especially in the hospitality industry. We are here to bring that hospitality to others, welcome them, let them know we appreciate them, and that we want them to come back. You only can do that by giving your time and talking with the individuals. And I think that's getting lost through quick, fast, let's keep them moving.
Yes, I think you're right on that. We are beyond the microwave out now on how fast we expect things to come, right? Well, Twanna, I want to thank you for giving us a few minutes of your time. But before I close, I would like for you to let folks know how they can find you if they want to utilize your services to help improve their sales organization.
Absolutely. Well, the first way you can do is you can actually go to our website at Icebreakers. Make sure you put an S on the end, icebreakersunlimited.com. You also can reach me on LinkedIn. You just look for me, Twanna Rachal-Woods. I am the ultimate icebreaker, and I would love to spend time and talk with you and just see how we can help break ice with or for you, and just get everyone into that non-transactional space of selling so that you can not only win the business, but keep the customer.
That is awesome. Thank you. This has been another Ted's Hospitality Minute. Please, I'm going to remind you, check us out on LinkedIn, subscribe to our YouTube, and also check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We will see you again soon. Thanks so much. See you next time.
Ted's Hospitality Minute is sponsored by Recover It. Don't wait for disaster to happen to wish you had done this.